Guys, today you're going to learn a really easy one. It's only 3 chords, and it's going to be Sing It To Me by Dustin Lynch. It's in standard tuning with a capo on the 1st fret. The 3 chords you're going to be using are going to be G, B minor, and A. And again, all relative to the capo on the 1st fret when you're seeing these taps. So the verses and the chorus are played exactly the same. The only difference is the verse is played with a palm mute. And if you've watched my other videos before, like I always tell you, just gotta rest your palm on the top few strings, and if the bottom ones ring out, that's okay. So starting with the first part of the verse, it's gonna be played like this. So the strumming pattern I'm doing with each chord is just going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it sounds more difficult than it is. So I'll play it a little bit slower, and hopefully you can follow along with that G chord. If you notice, there's a little pause after the first strum, and then you go up, down, another pause, and then up, down, before switching to the next chord. And the next chord is the B minor, and it has the same strumming pattern. Next chord is going to be the A major, and this one is played for 2 measures. So you just do that same strumming pattern twice for this chord. And then you repeat one more time. So with that G chord again. Now the difference here is the second measure you play that last A chord, you're just going to strum down 8 times. Really easy. Just all down strums 8 times, and that's what leads you into the chorus. So the second part of the verse is going to sound like this. With that A chord, so there's no confusion because that's the only one that changes. The first time you strum it, it's going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then the second time you play it, it's going to be a quick down, up, and then you're going to take off the palm mute and then strum down 8 times. So altogether, the verse should sound like this. Going to the chorus. So practice that a couple times and then come back. The chorus is actually played exactly the same way as the verse, just without the palm mute, so it'll be really easy. So at the chorus, it'll just sound like this. So as you'll notice, the chorus doesn't have all those down strums at the end of that A chord. You just repeat basically the first part of the verse twice without any palm muting. Like I said, the song is really easy, so it should be easy to pick up. All you got to do is figure out the strumming pattern. And honestly, guys, that's actually the entire song. So you've already learned it. The only other thing I can recommend doing from watching a couple of the videos I learned them from is adding a few hammer-ons in there. It makes it sound a lot cooler, in my opinion. And this is what I mean when you just add those hammer-ons to that same strumming pattern. you want. So the hammer-ons I'm doing with that G chord is just that first down strum. I'm hammering on to the 2nd fret of the G string, and then I do those up, down, up strums, and then once I go down again, I'm going to hammer on. And then switch to the B minor, and what you saw me doing there is when I set my B minor up, I'm barring all the 2nd frets of the top 5 strings, and when I do that down strum, I just hammer on the rest of my fingers. So, my ring finger and pinky hammer on to the 4th fret of the D and G strings, and my middle finger hammers on to the 3rd fret. So like this. And then the 2nd down strum, just like the first one I told you about, just before that pause, I'm going to down strum, and I took my pinky off, and I'm going to hammer it onto the 4th fret again. And then with that A chord, what I was doing, I start off the chord, I think it's called an A suspended, but it's just the 2nd fret of the D and G strings, and the A and B are open. And that first down strum, I hammer on with my pinky onto the 2nd fret of the B string. As you notice, I also did a little slide up to the 3rd fret. Like I said, it just gives you a little more freedom and makes it sound kind of like you're playing 2 guitars at once. Those little additions just add so much to the song, in my opinion, so I really think you should try them out if you can do them, and plus it just works for practicing hammer-ons and pull-offs. And that's how you play the song. So if you guys have any more requests, I don't mind how easy they are or how few chords. In this song's case, one of my new subscribers, Dez, actually requested it. He didn't think I would do it because it was only a few chords, but the thing is, I want to teach you guys. So if you subscribe to my channel and send me a request, I'm going to try my best to work on it. I've got a few in my queue, but I want you to, give me more suggestions. And if you guys have any requests, you guys can go ahead and tweet me. You can leave a comment in this video. I read them all the time. Find me on Facebook. Do whatever you need to. If you want me to learn a song, go ahead and send me a link to the song you want to learn, especially if it's by the artist, because I never look up tabs online. They just don't seem to work for me. I'd rather learn them on my own and then share them with you guys what I learn. So as always, thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.